The Night Shift is a real play D&D video and podcast series for mature audiences. Content warnings can be found in the episode descriptions.
Last time on the Night Shift.
We should probably warn you. So.
We should probably warn you.
Yeah, well, let's warn him.
If you want to turn back.
No,
Bill.
but also, no, we need you, Bill.
Yeah.
I can't scrape together gold. My soul's already sold. So if you're trapped under a spell, I wish you well. And if a creature roams your streets, you do better to retreat. 'Cause if you want it done right, don't hire the Night Shift.
I gasp and then tell everybody what you just said.
And what's that do?
We are in deep
And I don't
shit.
understand it.
That doesn't sound good, that's for sure.
Bill gasps when you say shit. Forgot that
What does that mean?
you were colorful.
An earthquake? I
You
mean,
would know.
it'll potentially bring this entire city crashing down.
Now, how does one cast this spell, though? Would the person casting it need to be here, or could they do it remotely?
They can be there. Like, they have to be there.
They have to be there. Who would bring a city down on themselves?
He's going to have a way around that, Mike.
Davik, that's fair. Again, body jump and shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bill.
Yeah, I don't know, mate.
He has an amulet that you've watched him use to teleport before.
Yeah, that's fair.
If he wants to kill all the dwarves, why does he care about this island of turtles? That's why I thought maybe the poison in the river thing.
Potentially
was
somebody
the right
else is
one.
paying him. I mean, we don't know. He seems to be
Or maybe he's just getting his
an
materials.
entrepreneur of death.
Maybe he's just getting his materials and everything here, and then he's going to go
It's a great
cast
company
Earthquake
name.
somewhere else.
LLC.
I mean, I guess we just have to go forward then.
I think we can say, we have to continue on.
Bill, who's been leaning into your
Of
circle
course.
again. This is all great. I'm so happy we're doing this. Who's Davik?
Oh, he's
Sounds
an
like a coworker,
evil
that guy.
sorcerer.
You have a
that,
card to give out to people?
Wait, hold on. I want to make
I think
sure
Bill
that.
can know. Bill can know.
Yeah, I want to make sure that Michael and Leo can't hear, though.
Okay. Yeah, I think they're kind of hanging back distinctly.
Okay.
Anyway, since you slapped the pizza out of their hands, they're pretty nonplussed.
Yeah.
Pretty pissed at you.
Davik's just like an evil sorcerer that's planning on killing a bunch of dwarves with some ancient demon potion, and and so we've been hired to stop him.
Well, that cannot be allowed.
Cannot. Thank
That's
you,
exactly
Bill.
right.
Thank you, Bill. That's what we said.
Yes.
Okay, so what's the plan? What's the
Oh, we're
plan?
just gonna walk deeper into this cavern.
I think so.
So-
Is that
Keep going,
sort
see
of,
That's it.
what's down there.
is that sort of the whole plan?
Yeah,
Taking
we're,
this a day at a time.
We're
Yeah.
basically going to. So when he killed young Sheldon, it
Sheldon
seemed-
the Lesser.
We
yeah.
don't know if Davik killed him specifically.
Okay, sure. Or one of his minions, perhaps. They also stole a blueprint to one of the caverns down here.
And there's the earthquake thing.
Yes.
I'm getting it now.
I have
Yeah.
a question, DM, about the earthquake spell.
Yep.
Like, does that have to be done in a specific place, or
So the standard earthquake spell it requires those three components. You have to be in the spot, and then you can do it within it's probably a 60-foot range. You point to a spot, and it emanates from that spot and causes fissures in the land and stuff like that. Causes an earthquake.
Okay, and it's kind of an immediate thing.
Yeah.
It would typically just be used to cause damage on all of the
People,
your
who are
enemies
standing-
in that area, right? Not to necessarily topple
Structures.
an entire
There's
civilization.
I'll tell you in the spell. There's a spot that talks about structural damage too.
Yeah, I
Okay.
probably shouldn't be looking this up.
It's fine.
She rolled
I mean,
a 20
Yeah, it's
or 19, whatever it was.
if he's really going to use this earthquake spell, he may be using it at any moment. And if he's down here to use it, we better try and catch up with
Right,
him.
we have to
Yes,
stop
yes.
him.
Yes. So in other words, we need to just keep going in the dark hole.
Yeah, so I
If
pushed
any
through
of us
the
wanted
door.
to turn back, we would have done it already. Let's go.
All right, so you guys book it, or
I
Yeah.
pushed through the door.
We gotta save these turtles.
so if we're going fast,
Ah,
I'm gonna assume we're not going stealthily.
I see what you're saying.
I think up until this point, you've been relatively quiet.
Yeah, I don't feel like we would necessarily be like going super fast. It's still dim and hard to see, right?
But Kestrel has night vision.
Yeah.
And you
remember
have a
that.
torch. Now.
But would she just run? Like I don't think we would just like start running
No, that's
through
fair.
these
No.
caves.
If we're gonna catch an earthquake, we're gonna catch an earthquake. I don't know if this seems terrible.
We just need to keep moving.
And again, the door is open, and this guy just died when we got in here. So,
I don't think we're running.
and
They've
those
been-
jars
they've
of
been here for a
clay.
few days,
Those
though.
jars of clay were open though,
We-
and on the desk.
We at least assume that Davik's party has been here in Carapace for a few days,
Right.
putting this plan together.
And we're sitting here talking quite a bit too, which probably isn't helping the time
That's probably
issue
not
either.
extremely stealthy either. There's lots of echoes.
we can assume you're whispering. It's fine.
All right, dude,
Let's just continue on.
at a
as
moderate
we
pace.
were,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Let's roll stealth.
Oh shit. That's not going to be good. Oh no, I'm only a 0. 11.
15.
5.
A 2.
Well,
Oh, wow.
I'm not the one that made all
That's
the
a
noise.
fail as a party check. Yeah. So I think what happens is you guys are walking along and you're kind of discussing, like, should we be hurrying or should we be like trying to be stealthy? And then as you're doing that, you kind of fail to realize you've come up on him already. Like by the time you realize that he's like 20 feet in front of you and is looking directly at you,
Oh shit.
He is
The
in
hooded guy?
Davik.
as in the hooded guy.
Oh, that dude. He's right there.
Found
Yeah,
him.
until this is the first
That
person
was
to go.
his
"Ah!"
That's his 5. Ah!
Where? I don't see anything.
He's right there.
He's looking right at you, and you can see that he's doing some sort of hand movements. From this distance, it's hard to see too much more than that, but
Drop the clay.
Oh my god! It's the night shift.
Ekek, you son of a bitch.
It's nice to be recognized.
it's definitely Davik, not Ekek. Sorry for fooling you. I was smiling. That's on me. That's on me. It's Davik.
Oh, that's
Rat
terrifying.
Their voices are pretty similar, and Ekek always smiles. So
I had
that's on
such
me.
a feeling of relief. Never
That would have been
mind.
messed up. He pulls his hood down. Oh my God, it's so great to see you. I can't believe you're here. Well, I can't believe you're here. I knew you were here. That's why I mean, it's
We knew you were here.
Yeah, we knew you were here too, to be clear.
Your stupid floral scent gave it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reeks of lavender.
sort of nice and rude all at the same time.
Yeah. More rude.
What are you doing, down here?
We've come to stop you. Duh. What you already knew. I know you're going to say that, so just get it out with.
So why do you want to stop me? You don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're going to bring the
Trying
city
to
down to kill
cause-
the
Can't
turtles
be
to kill the
good.
Yeah,
dwarves.
trying to cause earthquakes and stuff. We know what you're doing.
Okay, you do know what I'm doing.
You're not that secretive.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually. You guys are getting better at this.
We are good
We are
investigators.
2 levels
Yes.
higher than when the last time
That's
you saw
right.
us.
Yes.
I don't know what that means, but I'm glad to hear it.
Be scared.
Not good for you.
No.
How about that?
And we have
me.
our friends Bill and Michael and Leo.
Yeah.
Our friend Bill.
And these
and
other
then
two
Michael
guys.
and Leo.
Fair.
Oh, and did you want to introduce them or
Oh, they're here.
Oh, this is the Davik guy we were telling
Bill
you about.
waves? It's like, is this a friend of yours? Or?
No,
No,
Bill, this
no,
is Davik.
This is the
Oh.
guy. This is the guy.
This
You're-
is the dude.
Uncouth. Also,
Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah.
You tell him,
Davik's-
Bill.
Davik looks more disappointed by that than by anything else that's been
I'm going to
said.
dap up Bill.
What were we supposed to do with this communication stone or something when we actually found them?
Should we say
Should
something?
should we like page somebody to let them know?
Shelley, evacuate the city immediately. This is Tom Bombo. Evacuate the city. We have reason to believe there's an evil sorcerer trying to bring down the city.
I thought he was just going to go breaker 19, breaker 19 or something like that, but that was better.
You can hear Shelley say, "Okay, thanks," and then it immediately starts kind of yelling at people before
Like,
the rock even.
how
goes
are we
off.
supposed to let Exenitor know that we actually found them?
He sort of gestures at the piles of rock. I think as you're getting closer, you can see it's rock, dirt, and clay. That he's sort of his hands are dirty.
Davik,
It's clear he's gathered it
What
himself.
are you doing? Why are you trying to cause an earthquake.
Well, you see, the problem is you've followed me here,
Yes.
Yeah.
and I can't have you follow me to Gildeberg.
Tracked
Then,
you more than followed you, really.
That's, you know what? That's fair, and I didn't mean to take that away from you. You tracked me. Okay.
Thank you.
I want to be fair to everyone.
I appreciate that.
So
You have
what,
always been fair.
what I was going to
Except to Seabiscuit.
Rainbow Dash.
Rainbow Dash. Yeah, you weren't
Whose name
very.
is not actually Rainbow Dash.
You weren't very fair to Rainbow Dash.
Seabiscuit.
Oh, she's a monster.
I kind of agree.
Oh man.
So what I was going to do is, knowing that you are, heroes, the
Really?
heroic
You were
type.
going to
Yep.
take down an entire city just to stop us?
Well, you're in the city, so we would, whether it killed you or if you were just sort of having to save other people and get washed downstream, I figured that would buy me some time.
Mike,
Right.
this is the most horrible plan I've ever heard.
This
You
is
can't do
really
this.
terrible.
You cannot
Sucks.
get away with this.
Oh.
This is really
It seems
awful.
like
so
a
bad
bad
about
use
it?
of resources, but I am flattered
Oh wow!
in a way.
I'll tell you what.
I'm actually a little
You
flattered
couldn't
too,
find a
but
way to kill us without it taking down
Yeah,
an
aren't you supposed to be
entire
like really
city?
powerful or something? You can't
civilization
even
of
kill us.
turtles?
Well, see, here's the thing. Like, I don't really want to kill you.
Oh,
You seem like nice folk.
we are. Most
then
of the
why
time.
have you tried to kill
Most
us like
of us.
3 times?
You keep getting in my way,
Because we're trying to stop
you're
you from being a
trying to-
dick.
Yeah.
You're trying to commit
You're-
genocide
see,
on
that's
all the
unnecessary.
dwarves.
Well,
I just said you tracked me. I thought that was very fair.
It was fair.
yeah, it was.
Well,
Do you guys want snacks? I have snacks.
Do you want to abandon your
Of
evil
course I want
plan to
snacks.
kill all the dwarves? Do
I'm sorry?
you want to abandon your evil plan to kill all the dwarves?
Okay. See, classic miscommunication. This is a classic game of telephone. You say one thing to one other person, another person says another thing to that other person. By the time it gets to the end, it's been totally misconstrued. I do not have a plan to kill all the dwarves.
Oh.
You've just been hired to carry out somebody else's plan?
No, I have a plan to develop a virus.
Uh-huh.
What's done with that virus, that's,
Yeah.
that's not my business.
so many things
But you
wrong
know
with
what
that.
somebody wants to do with that virus.
Yes, I do.
And you're okay with it.
Oh, I think it's terrible.
Who?
Yeah, but you're willing to do it for the money.
It's a lot of money.
Who wants you to develop
There's
this?
a lot of money.
Ooh, no can do. Although I
We
do feel
already
bad
know
about not
who's
saying so.
in the letter, right? It's the Prince of Gilderoy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, did you
No.
Nope.
know that?
No.
No.
No, what?
No.
What happens at the
Really
man
puts me in a
stays at the
bind.
man.
That puts me in a bind. Because now you can just go see
It's a
him.
dill of a pickle, isn't it?
It's a pickle.
Yeah. And I hate pickles.
I don't like them either.
So here was my, I know it's not a great plan. I can recognize that. But I figured it probably wouldn't even kill you. You'd probably just be, busy rescuing people and being heroic or whatever. It's great. It's my favorite thing about you.
Gavik, for the love of God, just step away from the clay. All right?
No. no can do. I'm almost done.
Even more reason for you to step away.
I feel like we're about to need to bash this guy's skull again.
See, it's just not helpful.
Well,
Like we're having a productive conversation.
are we?
Yeah,
You
are
haven't.
we though?
You haven't
I feel like
agreed
I
to
understand
not
your
make the
motives
poison.
so much better. Do you understand
Yeah.
my motives better?
Your motives, sure, but we can't let you get away with this.
Well, I mean, you're not gonna be able to stop me. So
Well,
We might.
I lean over to Michael and Leo and ask, "Hey guys, do you have any of that silk available? Is that anywhere nearby?" That
they
you
look at
can
each
just
other and shrug in unison.
Get some worm.
dumbest
no?
dudes.
Really?
Maybe we could send Bill to go get a whole bunch of silk. That way we have.
Bill's already running.
Bill's
Bill's
running.
As soon as you say that, Bill's sprinting.
Oh yeah, to
Perfect.
get the silk. Yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Oh, we can bind this.
God, Be right
back.
Fucking love Bill.
All right, so we don't need to kill him, but we
Oh wait,
maybe need
you
to
can't.
knock
You
him
can't.
unconscious.
Okay, well, I'm gonna collapse the whole city anyway. So he
No,
really
you're
shouldn't have
not.
left. That's not really fair.
Not,
You're not.
not on
getting-
our
no.
watch.
Nope.
You can see that this
about
whole
ready to
time he's been
rage.
he's still been moving his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to stop this guy.
Here it comes.
And he goes, "Well, it was nice. You know what? I mean it this time. It was great seeing you."
I do appreciate that you feel that way. You are not. You have been very kind to us, other than
Okay.
what-
No.
I'm curious his look.
You
Like,
show us,
what are you
show us a
doing?
lot of respect in the
All right,
grand scheme of things. It's very nice.
I'm
Has
just gonna run up and try to kick the dirt
roll
pile.
for initiative. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
roll
the
for
plan.
initiative. There you go. I like that, Tom.
Oh, for the love of God.
12.
9.
My initiative is a -2, so 5.
Nat 1.
Jesus.
Hey, that's a good time to roll it.
Yeah.
Just means you go last.
Wait, let me.
No worries.
All right.
Here
So
we go.
Fucking pen.
so
What's the order?
the order is Michael, Leo, and Bill first,
Yes.
then Kestrel, then Tom, then Davik,
So is Bill still gone, or is he?
then Timbo, then Atilius.
Let's do this.
Let's fucking do this.
All right. So
Rage.
Tom, I think you like leap off your back foot and go to run and kind of kick some
Yeah.
components. But Michael and Leo both kind of get the jump. As soon as you go to move, they sprint ahead.
Yeah.
And to give you a sense, like they're the snapping turtle types. They have big old turtle shells that they use as shields, and then they have like driftwood maces that have like normal snapping turtle shells, like compounded against each side, so that it's like a spiky mace. They sprint up to Davik. Davik steps in front of the components, and then they swing at him. Both of them are going to attack. One of them misses, one of them hits.
All right.
And kind of grazes off of Davik's arm. Davik dodges out of the way of one, lifts up his arm to block the other, and it just sort of grazes his arm.
Do some
You can
damage.
hear Bill sprinting up the stairs, and the whole time he's sprinting up the stairs, he's yelling, "I'm coming right back! I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming!"
Good job, Bill.
All right, Kestrel, what do you want to do?
I cast Frostbite on the clay that he is trying to work.
Hold on.
Do I have to roll anything for that?
Yeah, I don't remember what. Hold on, let's see.
Cantrip.
It's a cantrip and it's on
Cantrip?
clay.
Nice.
It just happens.
Well, yeah, I think we would have to do a thing to see, because usually the target makes a Constitution saving throw,
But it's clay.
but it's clay, so it doesn't do that. Yeah, I think it takes cold damage. Roll 1d6 cold damage.
The clay takes cold damage.
Well, essentially, that's a measure of like how frozen is it? Right?
4.
4. Okay.
Fair.
It's semi-frozen.
Yeah. I think
Make sure I don't have to add anything for that.
nope.
Nice job, Kestrel.
Yeah, so I think it's one of those things where like while he's distracted with Michael and Leo, you just sort of like try and sneak it in. He
Yeah.
sort of peeks over his shoulder. Tom, what's next?
Okay. Where is so I was running forward, they quickly outstripped me, and I am going. Where's Timbo? He's behind me at this point. All right, I'm gonna call for Timbo. Be like, Timbo, come on! And I'm gonna keep running forward, and I'm gonna cast Mirror Image, and just become like 4. Is it 3 Tom Bombos?
3. Yeah, it's either 3 or 3 additional.
3 illusory duplicates of yourself. So 4 total.
4 total, Tom.
4 total. But now 3 Tom Bombos, and then I'm gonna. Is that a bonus action because it's from my quartet, or is that because it's from my loot, or is that an action?
I believe it says on the actual equipment. Let me see.
Oh, that's why you told the quartet. Oh my God, I can play in a
God.
quartet. So could I?
With just a bonus action. Yep.
And then I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery, and prepare to be you can't handle I'm failing hard here. you suck, Davik. But then it's like, yeah, you suck. Like down the line, like all the other ones as well.
Yeah, while you're floundering, he just sort of starts ignoring you.
Okay, yeah, I deserve that. I'm still rushing towards him, though, with all 4 Tom Bombos.
Yeah, so what you guys see is, like, Tom starts talking to Davik, and then as he's talking, like, he starts multiplying. Like, there are now 4 Tom Bombos all running, kind of doing the same thing. And it's hard or, maybe impossible for all 3 of you to tell which one is the real Tom Bombo now.
Wow.
Yeah.
With that Doctor Strange move.
This dude's crazy.
Yeah.
Where'd he learn that? I hadn't seen that before.
Remember that.
Davik's turn. He is going to... Yeah. He turns to Michael and Leo, who are kind of right in front of him, and fire emits from his hands on both sides.
I don't want that.
Yeah, and both of them kind of fall to the ground on fire still pretty immediately. And he turns, looks at the clay, and sort of uses the fire that stuck him out of his hands to try and warm that up. And that's the rest of his turn. Timbo.
Okay. So I go into a fit of rage, and I remember that Tom called for me to follow him. Now I don't know which version of him to follow, but I run up behind. I guess I can really read.
point.
I can get all the way up to Davik, right?
Oh, yeah.
In this turn. Okay. So
I'll get you. You don't worry.
The fire came
Out of his hands.
out of
And
his.
it's still kind of like coming out of his hands. Your call. You play that the way you want. And like Michael and Leo are on the ground in front of him, kind of still smoldering, like still on fire.
Crap. Don't worry, he says.
It's gonna be fine.
He's like, I got it.
Yeah, that's great, but I'm deathly afraid of fire.
No, yeah.
And at least have to play that right with the character.
Yes, absolutely. But don't worry. Papa Tom's got you.
I also know that I know that I have to rage against Davik and go attack. So I really feel like I'm just going to overcome my fears here.
Let's make some sort of check about it. How do you feel about that?
I'm okay with that.
All right. I think we could do survival. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Like you're trying to kind of overcome your problems there.
11.
I think for an 11, if you feel pretty confident about it, you can. I think maybe you take the long route around Michael and Leo, especially because they're actively on fire.
Yeah. Try to get them from the side where there's not a pile of clay being heated by fire.
Yeah.
But come at them from the other side. And
I love the idea of like as you guys are watching, Tom runs directly up to him, splits into 4, and then Timbo's like, "Nope, not going there." It takes like a very circuitous route around his back.
yes.
All right, go ahead.
I think that's what I do.
Timbo.
And I swing Mistweaver right at his opposite side of whatever hand the fire's coming out of.
It's on my turn, but as Timbo passes me up, can my 4 clones start to kind of swarm around Timbo?
Swarm around Timbo.
Just a movement thing, no actions or anything. Like, or does he just run by me?
I think he runs by you, but on your turn you can totally do that. Yeah.
You'll have a turn before Davik has another turn.
Yeah. Go ahead. Roll that 1 to 20. Don't tell me the number. Well, yeah. No, tell me the number. Sorry.
The number is a 14, but it's a +6 to hit with Mistweaver, so a 20.
Yeah. So you swing it overhead, and you can see at the last minute he kind of notices what's happening. His attention was on the clay and on Michael and Leo, and he sort of puts his hand behind him and clenches his fist, and your sword hits this like force field of sorts, and just sort of boom. It's almost like hitting a like a bubble. It just sort of bounces back at you.
Damn.
Yeah, it's not bad. And you can now see that energy sort of crackles around him, like it's permanent or semi-permanent.
Like, did it feel like I weakened the energy at all, or it feels permanent?
I'd call it permanent or semi-permanent. Yeah. No, it did not weaken. You don't feel like if you swung again with the same exact tenacity that it would, for some reason, go through.
Okay, well that pisses me off. So with a bonus
Fair.
action, I go into a frenzy attack on top of the rage, and then that's really the end of my turn.
Okay.
I can step back away from fire as far as
so
I
the
can.
frenzy attack lets you. Oh wait, you can't do frenzy attack because it's a bonus action.
Yeah,
You
well,
already used
so-
your bonus action.
I have to use a bonus action to choose to frenzy, and then every additional turn that I have, I get to make a melee weapon attack as a bonus action.
Yeah, but you used your bonus action to rage.
Yeah, 2 frenzy this time. So then next time you get to.
So
use the
next turn
bonus
you can
action.
frenzy.
Okay,
You only have one
my bonus action this turn was to enter the rage.
Yeah,
Correct.
Okay.
you are now.
Yeah.
All right.
But next time you can frenzy. All right. Attilius. Last but certainly not least.
Did I? No? Did I?
You went second.
Okay.
Did I? Did you? No?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
froze.
yeah,
You
you
froze
I
the
just
yeah.
thought, no, I just thought we were already went back around.
Nope.
Sorry, Mac.
Attilius is all the way at the end.
Okay.
So since Kestrel used frostbite on the clay, I would like to use acid splash on the rocks.
Ooh, I like this. I like this problem solving, guys. All right, go ahead. Let's see how that's going to work.
Is that a D6 or is that a D? What is that?
Let's find out. Acid splash. You hurl a bubble of acid. Choose 1 or 2 creatures you can see within range. If you choose 2, they must be within 5 feet of each other. Target must succeed on a dex saving throw. Rocks don't dodge very well, so I think it fails. And I think your option is like Davik's actually super close. I think you can hit Davik and the rocks with the acid splash.
Okay.
So it's like a bubble that you just sort of release and it floats over quickly
Yeah.
to him and just pops and hits both targets. So
Okay.
the rocks automatically get hit. Davik,
That force
Gonna
field
make a-
might weaken a little, maybe.
well, because it's
Maybe
not
it's
like
only
a
a physical force field.
correct.
Yeah. Okay.
It's an area of effect thing.
Gotcha.
He fails. He does not dodge it. There's just too much going on. It surprises him. So whatever you roll, he'll take that damage as well. So do 1d6 acid damage.
What did you freeze the dirt?
I freeze the clay.
The clay. And you
4.
burn the rocks.
4 points of acid damage to the rocks. Yeah, so like you watch the acid just sort of like rain down the rocks, and they just kind of corrode significantly.
Okay.
All right. Top of the order is Michael, Leo, and Bill. I think Michael and Leo use their turns kind of stop, dropping, and rolling to some degree.
Yeah.
And rolling away. I think that they're
Yeah.
smart enough to know that they're a little outmatched here. So they kind of roll the opposite direction to get the fire off them and then stand up. I think they're kind of protecting your flanks to some degree.
So they're not just like charred and dead.
No,
Oh.
no, yeah, they were on fire, but they're okay. Bill, you can hear stomping down the stairs. He has found whatever he was looking for, which appears to be silk. He's not back yet, but you can hear him coming. And the whole time he's yelling, "I got it! I found it! I'm coming back! I'm coming back! Don't die!"
Good job, Bill. Good job, Bill. Good job, Bill. Good job, Bill.
Well, that wasn't an echo. That's because there were 4 of them.
And
There's still-
Kestra's like, "Oi, shut up! I've learned before yelling's not good."
She said, yelling. Kestra, go ahead. Your turn.
Oh, okay. I have a question for you.
Ooh.
Are any glowworms like nearby still, or was that only in the upper levels?
Yeah, so I think the way you can think of it is like instead of them being organized all above, like on the ceiling as like overhead lighting,
Yeah.
there are glowworms. They're just dispersed kind of all across the cavern.
Okay.
And not enough of them concentrated in one area to make a lot of glow, but yes, they're definitely down here.
Okay. I'm gonna do something kind of interesting, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. I cast.
That was. This is either going to be great or stupid.
Yeah.
Something's gonna
Pretty
happen here.
much. Kestrel casts Speak with Animals.
Oh, okay.
And I
You turn
move
into a
closer
glowworm?
No, this
Do you
is
think that's what
Speak
Speak with Animals does?
Not turn to animals.
So I lean over to the wall and I start whispering to a glowworm. And I say, "Hey, this bad guy over here, he's going to totally take down y'all's entire home. This is going to crush to the ground. Pass it on. We got to do something. Pass it on.
I did not see that coming. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah. Roll. We're going to do like a charisma check to see how much
Alright.
you were able to persuade them, or you can roll persuasion.
Okay. I'm going to do persuasion.
So now, I mean, I assume now that like the glowworms are an entire sentient race with like their own civilization that we just have no idea about.
They have the ability to communicate. That's all we're assuming.
Leave it at that.
Persuasion. Yeah,
Persuasion.
that's.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to use... I got an 8 plus 4, which is 12. I think I maybe want to use my inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay. 17 plus 4.
Much better.
That is
Yeah, I'll
much
tell you.
better.
12 wouldn't have done it,
Yeah.
and 21 will.
All right.
Good job. Thanks, inspiration.
You whisper to the worm. That's how you catch an inspiration die. Just
Yeah.
FYI.
Like Gaga.
I'm sitting right.
Like Gaga.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
Oh man.
That's
I see what you did there.
That's a hell of a
Going
deep,
down with 3 stories, catching a football.
Yeah, that's a deep reach, T-Bob. Okay. The little glowworm starts inching away. It doesn't and can't talk back.
Okay.
But you watch it inch away, and you assume, just based on how persuasive you felt,
Okay.
that you had the intended effect.
All right. Thanks, little dude.
Anything else?
Thanks, Luke.
Well, I
That's
guess,
a heck of a
So is
turn.
that a full action or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I think you would have like a bonus action if you want to do something with that, or move.
I guess I'm going to get closer to Davik to attack, but other than that, because I was by the wall, so I'm going to get closer.
Tom.
All right. I'm assuming that my bioluminescent torch also cloned with me, right? So all little 4 of me have one of those now. It's a mirror image, so it's just the image of
So
myself.
do you have like the loot in one hand and the bioluminescent? torch in
yeah,
the
my
other?
loot is still around my back right now. It's strapped
Okay,
on
so
my
you
back.
kind of like played it to cast mirror image and then slung it around.
Yes,
Alright,
yeah,
cool.
exactly. It took off running, and I was like, Timbo, come on. Okay, well, I'm moving up on Davik because you're within melee range, right?
Yeah.
So all 4 of me are gonna throw our torches kind of up in the air at Davik all at the same time. And I want to do like a little like crisscross pad. We're all just kind of, all crisscrossing everywhere. But the real me is going to run by Timbo and just pat him on the butt and say, "You got this, big guy." And in doing so, cast Heroism, which will increase your touch and beauty with bravery until the spell ends. Keeps you immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier, which is 4. So this is the HP bank thing. You get 4 HP at the beginning of every
Oh yeah,
turn.
something that I should reiterate that I caught last session. So he gets 4 temporary HP each turn.
Yes.
It does not stack.
Oh, it doesn't stack. Okay.
So if he gets 4 HP, if he loses that, the next turn it gets replaced.
Okay.
But it doesn't continually stack
Okay.
like that.
Oh,
Didn't
okay,
come up
that makes
last
sense.
time.
That makes sense.
Yeah, didn't come up last time, but it is like a perpetual source of HP. It
Very
just
cool.
doesn't stack. That's all.
Yeah, and you're no longer afraid of the fire, so whatever, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty big deal.
No fear and +4.
Yeah, every turn.
Sweet.
Okay.
And
What a great butt pat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got this, big guy. And then I probably don't have any actions left. But,
Feel so much better
if I
about
can,
having
if I
this
can
now.
kick the dirt pile, I'd love to kick the dirt pile.
I think that's probably it for you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Davik points over to the center of these 3 piles and sort of clenches his fist and pulls it upward, and you guys feel trembling in your feet. And then turns around and just kind of shouts, "I'm so sorry, but it's my retirement. I can't risk my retirement just to be nice." And then he's like, kind of makes a face like, "Oh, I feel bad," and then starts running, like sprinting away. Timbo. Oh, Timbo, you were already like locked in combat
So-
with him, right?
Yeah.
So you get an attack of opportunity because he was sprinting away. Go ahead.
So he was able to kind of complete the spell, even though we poured acid and frosted the clay.
Yeah, you hadn't yet.
You do only
damaged
need
it
a
enough.
pinch of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take my
Combine it.
attack of opportunity. I guess I'd have to be acting pretty quickly there. So Mistweaver is what was in my hands.
Yeah, it's essentially a melee attack. Like
So
whatever melee
I'm-
weapon you have available, you do
Yeah.
a melee attack.
I swing Mistweaver at him. That's a 13.
Miss. Again, hits that boom force field,
Mm-hmm.
and he sprints away. All right, Timbo, your turn.
Now it's your turn.
Well, I'm feeling fearless right now. I sprint after him. Can I sprint after him and can I track him down, or are we about the same speed? So he's got some distance on me, or can I recognize that he was running and I swung at him and then kind of could keep running with him right there?
Let's do it this way. We'll sort of cycle ahead to Bill's turn and say Bill appears in the doorway right as he is like approaching it. Not as Davik is on the doorway, but maybe
He's running towards the door that we came through.
correct.
Okay.
So maybe like 15.
So
feet
he's really
before
kind of
that.
got to run past everybody.
Yeah. About 15 feet before that, Bill sort of appears and looks very scared that Davik is sprinting at him, but it causes Davik to sort of slow up, and I think you catch up to him at that point.
Okay. Just to change it up a little bit here, I guess my bonus action I should do the frenzy, although it seems like he's going to be leaving. I'm not even going to do that.
Now if you chop his legs off, chop his legs off.
I don't know if I can even get through this force field. Can I do that as a bonus action? Yeah. Okay, I don't do the frenzy as a bonus action.
Okay.
I'm gonna take another swing at him with the sword and just see what the hell happens.
There we go. Yes, sir.
20.
Miss.
That's
wait,
not a nat 20.
Wait, no, sorry. His turn is over. Hit.
Okay.
So
That's
you swing and you're expecting to hit that same force field, and it doesn't materialize.
There we go.
So that hits.
Nice. All right. That does 1d8 plus 5 plus another 2, so plus 7 melee damage. Fuck. 8 total damage.
8 points of damage. All right. And is that it?
No, as my bonus action, I use Mistweaver to teleport me into the doorway with Bill.
Yes.
Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Attilius, what's next?
How far away am I from Davik as he's running away?
I'd say at this point it's like 30 feet. Maybe 25. He had to sprint past you, so maybe 25.
I want to use True Strike.
Tell everybody what True Strike does.
True Strike determines the weakness.
Nice.
The next time you get like an attack at advantage or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's you point your finger at a target in range, your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses. On your next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target, provided the spell hasn't ended. All right, that's a concentration spell, so we've never really gone through how that works, but essentially if you get hit or if you want to cast another spell that's concentration, this one goes off. But it just happens. It's not like you don't have to roll or anything. It just happens.
Okay.
All right, so you point your finger at Davik, presumably. Brief insight into the target's defenses. And you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target. Okay, so a couple things I'll give you here. He appears to actively not be trying to hack and slash at you or cast spells at you. Right, that's one thing that you've been able to pick up is he's not. While he was okay with casting fireballs essentially at Michael and Leo, he has not actively attacked you yet. When Timbo attacked him, he cast the shield spell, which for the duration, basically until the end of his next turn, gives him an increased armor, a magical armor effect. Yeah, I think that's what I can give you there. And you have advantage on your next attack.
All right.
No other major weaknesses, huh?
Well, I'm
Does
just
not
more
appear
confused
so.
on why he's not attacking us. What's going on here? sort of game is he getting at? Who's up?
Michael.
Michael and Leo.
Well, unless Attilius wants to do anything else.
No.
Okay. Yeah, Michael, Leo, and Bill. Bill hands you a bunch of like silken rope. Oh, he's by Timbo. Yeah, hands Timbo a bunch of silken rope. Here, and then he pulls out a little dagger that's on his belt and like
Love it.
gets low, like he's gonna.
Yes, Bill.
Let's
Yes.
do this.
I'm just picturing a Mormon turtle. With
He looks like he's gonna shit his pants. I mean, he's like the knife is sort of trembling in his hand, but he's here with you. He's in it.
I did just teleport to right next to him.
You can't be brave without fear, Bill.
Oh wow,
That's it.
good point. Michael and Leo are going to run up behind Davik and swing their maces. One of them hits, one of them misses. So he ducks one of them, and the other one, because he ducked, one of them swung it horizontal, and he ducked under it. The other one comes up vertical and smashes it on his head, essentially.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I think the thing that you guys can notice as this happens is that even though he just smashed like a snapper turtle shell down on his head, Davik doesn't appear very daunted or concussed, right? He just his head kind of ducks and he shrugs it off.
yeah, it checks out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Kestrel, before you go, you can see from this point that worms from all over this cavern are slowly but steadily making their way towards Davik. In fact, I think kind of everybody at this point can see like probably only Michael and Leo are close enough to avoid the worms. You guys are now, like, worms are crawling by you in droves. They haven't reached Michael or Leo or Davik yet, but there's a ton of them. Way more than you would have expected, too.
Sweet. And Davik is still, what? He's running toward the exit?
He's now stopped and is fighting with Michael and Leo, kind of dodging and ducking.
Is the earthquake still going on, or is it a concentration spell?
We're going to find out on his turn.
Okay.
As far as you can tell, there was some trembling, and that's all you felt.
Okay.
Okay. I throw the oil of slipperiness bottle
Yeah.
at the ground at his feet, and hopefully he cannot get up. And I say, "Hey, Timbo, bind him for me."
Yeah, that's the idea here.
Yep.
Jeez.
Remind me of that one.
Oil and ropes. Kestrel's into some shit.
Just
He
take your
said
time.
bind him. So does he slip and fall? What do I see? Do I see him like literally like
We're
he
gonna find out.
smashes the oil and
Yeah, I think
okay,
we're going to
okay,
find out
okay.
on his turn.
So I just see the oil's like in the air as it's my turn or something.
Yeah, let's say that.
Where it's just like being around. All right. Well, I'm going to. I'm just gonna run. Yeah, all four of me are just running towards. I guess I'm okay. So Timbo would have teleported. Kestrel's like here till so yeah. So I'm just running towards Davik. All four of me just flipping and cartwheeling and stuff. And yeah. And then I'm gonna I'll cast Vicious Mockery again.
Okay.
And yeah, tell Davik, have a nice wait. See you next fall. Have a nice trip. Have a nice trip. See you next. That's what it is. Have a nice trip. See you next fall. Because the oil's in the air.
Oh, that is vicious mockery.
By the way, I think the worms would go faster with the oil around them. You know what I mean?
Oh, you think that it wouldn't affect them in the same way that it affects every other creature?
Like,
No, they're
they would
worms.
move faster.
Because
Their little bodies would like wiggle
What was?
through the oil.
Yeah, they're little lubed up glowworms just slipping all over the
Yeah,
place. Just
like
you
sliding
have
all
to
over
say
the place.
lubed up. Is that what you had to say? You just had to get that out of your system?
Well, it hasn't. The oil hasn't hit yet.
It's true.
Have a nice trip. See you next
He appears not to be offended by what you say. In fact,
Aw.
He kind of smiles and waves.
But which one's he waving at? That's the question.
Yeah, he just picks one. Let's see. Have a number in your head, 1 through 4, of which one you are.
How about you roll for it?
He waves at 4.
Ha.
Okay.
Try again.
Davik's turn. All right, so we're going to see if Davik slips, first of all. Davik was like just standing up. He sees the potion sort of arcing towards him, and he dives over to catch it. And he doesn't catch it, but it hits his hand and rolls across the cavern.
But so it didn't break.
It did not break.
So you can get it back.
It just rolls across the cavern floor. She's so mad.
It's all right. That means you get to get
He
it
can do
back.
things too. That's what makes him good.
She had a whole thing played out in her head, I think, of what was going to happen.
However, he's laid out on the floor, like stretched out. There are mechanical advantages to someone being prone on the ground.
Dog pile.
For real.
I mean,
With the worms.
Actually,
With the lubed up
with these
worms.
turtles.
Bind this man.
okay, you got to stop saying lubed up worms. Please, for me.
Oh, yeah, they're not lubed up. You're right.
Not yet.
That's not why.
He once again sticks his hand out, sort of sensing that he's in a little bit of danger here. He sticks his hand out and does that fist motion, and you see that force field sort of reemerge.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Kestrel, you're back from being wounded by the what was it?
She got one time the frogman.
What was the being?
It was a Tarask.
Tarask.
The frogman stabbed her that one time, and then the.
Well, that Tarask really tore her apart. Kestrel, glad to have you back.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
Good to be back. I'm feeling a little worse for wear. I could really just like kick back and play a couple games, like not go out and adventure physically, but maybe mentally in a type of what is it?
Perhaps some theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind. That's it.
And
That's what I was
Little
thinking.
Wars.
Oh, what's Little Wars, Timbo?
Well, it's a place where we gather with friends. You have a few, I think.
I have.
Attilius counts.
I have many. Me and Attilius, my fast partner. Yes, we are friends.
I'll take it.
I've actually been to Little Wars, I think. I got these dice at Little Wars. And they've actually done me pretty good. I usually use these when I get my nat 20s, just saying.
Ah, yes, I know of the store of which you speak. I, too, have spent many an afternoon, many an hour playing Blood Bowl there, or Warhammer Fantasy, 40K.
I've heard there's this game called Magic the Gathering. Isn't
Yes.
it just like a bunch of cards? I don't know exactly what they do.
They're
But
magical, I hear.
The
Kids love it.
The point is, if you enjoy gaming, board games, gaming of any sort, you want to go to Little Wars right here in Baton Rouge, one of the finest establishments in the city. I think it's been around since like the 80s or something.
Wow.
A long time ago, yes.
80s.
Yes, ancient indeed. Very welcoming. Not one of those cliquey kind of out. You feel like an outsider when you walk in. No, you're immediately embraced in warmth. They have all of the games. You can rent games. You can buy games. Just go to Little Wars. Bottom line.
You can play games there. Huge wall of miniatures. Also find them on Facebook, Instagram, Little Wars BR.
After springing far too many traps and being injured far too many times, you finally arrive. Apparently, Timbo sprung another one. You finally arrive at the final chamber within this temple. And what you find upon the pedestal is a magical elixir.
Guys, it looks like the Don Pablo.
What's the Don Pablo?
The Don Pablo?
Why, a Mexican-style lager from 7th Tap in Shreveport, distributed locally by Pelican Craft Brands. Keep it secret.
And this mystical elixir, what is it really worth all the traps that we went through?
It looks like a beer, mate. It smells like a beer. But my goodness, it's liquid gold.
Everybody roll perception checks.
Grab the beer.
Roll perception.
check.
Yes.
All right, I'm using this brand new dice. So
Oh, no.
I rolled a natural 20. I really did. Look at that.
Timbo can tell that the beer is trapped.
Oh, no.
It's trapped.
I've got to let it out of its cage.
No, I think he meant it's like booby trap.
Yes.
Like,
Where
so when you grab
Don't put words in my mouth.
No, I need to let it out by drinking it. That's
okay, I'll help
like
you
it's trapped in that can.
There you go.
I've got to let it out.
Grab the Don Pablo. Let's get out of here.
Yes.
Ooh, let's go.
All right. With my natural 20, I'll grab the whole handful, the whole stack of beers, right in my mitts, and I just start running as fast as I can.
Let's go.
You hear a rumbling behind you as a
It's
large
just my stomach.
boulder
It's my
rolling
stomach.
down the pathway that you just came from.
Look out, guys!
Run
Tilius, my
away.
short legs can't carry me. I have to hop on your back.
Come
Kestrel
with me.
chugs the
Yes.
magical elixir beer that she's got from Don Pablo, and immediately her strength modifier goes up by
Yes.
15, and
Nice.
she just takes Tom and throws him across the room.
Seventh
Wait,
time.
Don
That's what it felt
Pablo.
like because she was drunk.
Liquid gold. I must say, this Don Pablo is fantastic. Run faster, Attilius. But yes, it's quite tasty, if I do say so myself. Another excellent beer from Pelican Craft Brands.
Yes, the Seventh Tap Brewing Project in Shreveport, Louisiana, makes this Don Pablo, the rune right there on the label says it all, a Mexican lager out of Shreveport, Louisiana. This can will be available at Government Taco. So if anybody's looking for this
So it
particular
won't be,
beer,
it won't be as hard to get this time.
not as many booby traps at Government Taco.
And that beer would pair well with some taquitos at Government Taco and the yuca fries.
The
of
yuca
course.
fries. Let's
The
ride.
delicious yuca fries. Who would hate the yuca fries? That's
Only
insane.
an idiot would hate the yuca fries.
Absolutely.
Yes, that makes no sense why one would hate the delicious yuca fries.
They're
Yes.
incredible.
As you guys are talking about food, I have already grabbed the case of beer and I am out of the ruin.
Well done, Kestrel!
Oh no, she got smashed by the boulder.
Save the beer!
Save the beer.
Rocks fall and everyone dies.
Cheers to Don Pablo.
Cheers to Don
Cheers.
Pablo and Pelican Craft Brands. Cheers.
Don
cheers.
Pablo.
Cheers.
Shit.
Timbo.
He's got his force field back up. What am I supposed to do?
You got the silk, man.
You have the silk.
Yeah, but he's prone on the ground. Can I even get to him? I take the silk that I have, and yeah, I just in my rage just like man up and go try to outmuscle this guy,
Yeah, just dive.
and
on
just
it.
like dive on top of him and try to tie him up with the silk.
Okay, so if you're like, are you corporate elbowing him? Is that like, is the goal to like do damage by jumping on him, or just
No.
to go up to him? and stab him?
The goal is not to fight him, but to tie him up.
Okay, so I think you walk, like you run over there and just reach down and start trying to
Yeah,
wrap him.
that's fine.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a grappling check.
It sounds like athletics.
It is athletics. It's your athletics versus his athletics.
I like that. I
Yeah,
like your
that's-
matchup there.
17.
Is that with the plus or without?
That's with the plus.
Okay. You're keeping me honest here, Parker. So you run up with the silken rope and start trying to kind of grab him and wrap him around. And I hate to use the term slippery because we've already been there, but he's squirrely.
Oh.
Controlling a human being is tough. Controlling
He's
a human being
squirrely.
is tough.
You know, he keeps removing his arms and pulling his legs out of loops. I mean, he's really good at this for some reason. Like his figure does not belie how squirrely he is. All right.
All squirrely Davik.
Attilius.
Can with the bonus action, can I engage the frenzy at
Yes.
this point?
Yeah.
Okay. So I go ahead and do that.
So Timbo's on top of him at the moment.
Yeah, they're kind of wrestling around on the ground, so I view it. Did the rumbling stop? When Timbo jumped on him, did the
Casting
rumbling
things
stop?
over Timbo.
No.
So we are still feeling tremors.
Yes.
Someone get Kevin Bacon.
Should we be focused on getting out of here before
Kevin Bacon.
It's a weird Trimmers reference. It is.
Oh my gosh. I love that movie and I missed it.
It went right over your head.
Yeah, kind of like with that oil. Way to go. Would you just roll it on the ground?
I'm gonna run over to where Timbo and Davik are wrestling around and try to jump on him as well to help Timbo wrap him up.
It's dog pile time, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
So essentially, you're also making a grapple check against him.
Okay. Yeah.
At advantage because they're both grappling him.
Good effort.
No, but I like where your head's at.
So modified 8.
-2 on athletics.
Yeah.
I'm a big
But he's into the dog pile plan.
Yeah, I was into it. Ready to go.
He is so squirrely, in fact, that at some point you realize that you have your hands on Timbo. It's like, well, how the hell did this happen? And he's like squirming out even more, like he's like starting to stand up now. Anything else, Attilius?
No.
Michael, Leo, and Bill. Michael and Leo run over and just try and grab him. They're just trying to grab. They're not even trying to wrestle him to the ground. They're just trying to like grab a hand or a foot, just make him less damn squirrely.
Yes,
That's the whole goal.
How many times have we used that word?
Quite a few.
Too many.
How many times has T-Bob said lubed up?
4.
4.
Yeah. Michael gets a hold of a foot
Okay, that's a
and
start.
is able to just kind of. He literally just like wraps both arms around it, kind of gets a good hold, and then starts like climbing up his leg and wraps his legs around him too.
Yes.
That's it. That's all he's trying to do.
That's perfect.
He's like a dog humping somebody's leg.
What about Leo?
That's
Nothing?
the imagery I want you to
Okay.
Too squirrely for Leo.
Got
Too
it.
squirrely for Leo. Bill runs up and stabs at him.
Yeah, Bill.
Yeah.
Get him, Bill.
He hits the shield,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he barely does that.
A glancing
but
blow.
Undaunted, he reaches back and tries to stab again. Kestrel. At this point, the worms are swarming over the dog pile. I would say they've all, reached Davik at this point and are zoning in on that. They're crawling right over the other participants and all congregating on Davik. You're not
Like
really sure.
going up his nose.
Oh,
and into his
dear
ears.
God,
And
no, absolutely not.
Why not?
No, because we're not making a horror podcast, so I'm out.
They'd absolutely be doing
That sounds terrifying.
That was the point.
No, that's not what's happening. But they're congregating on
I
it.
like where your head's at.
They're forming
They
giant
need to spin some
tentacles
silk.
You wanted their help,
And the
they're giving you
tentacles.
help for sure.
Okay.
And you'll see.
are entering the orifices
If you say orifices again on this,
and tentacles.
No,
The
stop.
worms.
He's gonna like, I don't know, penalize us or something.
You said, never mind.
you said penal.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm making a hentai joke.
No,
to
I
be
got
clear.
it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just
It was the
making sure.
tentacular part that clued us all in.
Tentacular.
Okay.
It's your turn.
I know, I'm thinking.
By the way.
Fuck it. I just go and I jump on him too. Or,
Yes.
like,
Dog pile.
yeah, seriously, dog pile.
Everybody do it.
Just-
Okay. Roll a grapple check. It's athletics.
Oh man. Okay. Oh man. Okay.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
14.
Yeah, no dice. You add some weight to the pile, but you're not able to like.
Sorry, we got a lot of
And then
fuckers on top
I
of them
pat
right
the
now.
worms
Yeah.
and I'm like, go team.
Yeah, I guess you can still
You
talk
guys
to
are
him.
great.
Good job, guys.
Ah,
Keep it
yeah.
up.
Tom.
Okay. I'm going to yell dog pile. But on my way over there first, I'm gonna scoop up the the oil of slipperiness because it rolled away. I'm assuming it rolled my direction, right? So I'll scoop up the oil of slipperiness, and I'm gonna yell dog pile, and 3 of my illusory. Actually, no, all 4 of us. We're all going to hop on top. Yeah, so I want to do that. I want to do the grapple check as well.
Yeah, let's do a grapple check with advantage there. He doesn't know who he's squirming
Ah,
against.
yes, of course. Okay.
Goddamn.
Modified 18. Damn it, that's a good roll, that means. Modified
Just
18.
making sure Parker keeps me honest.
We believe you, man.
Well, I know, but
No, I want
it's,
Parker keeping you
it's
honest.
obscene at this point.
Are you serious? What, you got a 20?
Natural 20.
What?
Wow.
It's
Again.
the second time. You guys,
It happens.
you jump in and you start grabbing and pulling, and at some point you look up and Davik is back standing by the piles of dirt, clay, and rock.
God damn it.
Fuck. I made my turns over, so I don't know.
Are the worms still on him?
The worms are all over him still.
Yes.
And like, it's not the horror movie scene that you wanted. They're not crawling into every available hole.
All
It's
right.
gross.
That's fine.
Um,
Whatever.
But he's like swatting at it's bugging him. Something is going on.
Bugging him, good one.
Yeah.
Not purposeful. I wish it was. Tom, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would want to stand back up.
If
could
I
stand
could give
back up.
you inspiration, I would.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Davik is slapping at all these worms, trying to brush them off. And to this point, you notice every time he brushes them off, there's a layer of silken rope that's wrapped around him tightly, like to the point where he's getting squeezed. So he keeps brushing them off and hitting them, but you can hear it. He's now like kind of screaming in anguish. This is hurting. And finally, he pulls and scratches. He ends up pulling out a knife and cutting at his own chest to cut through the silken rope. It cuts his own chest. You watch blood spill out, and he grabs the amulet.
Next time on the night shift.
All right, Mike. Saw it to the end of my boomerang. Throw it. trying to go.
Like a net. Oh, I like it.
Trying to go
bolo.
around
Like a
Davik.
bolo type deal.
Not trying. I'm not
That's
trying to hit him.
amazing.
This is one of those like, oh, you missed moments, and then it comes back around him.
Not
Like a
trying to hit
boomerang.
him. I'm trying to throw it around him.